What is up, everybody? Welcome here to Half-Ass Pod. It's your boy, Corn. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, all that good stuff. Now, let's get into this whole Sasha Banks thing. Well, I'm sorry, not Sasha Banks. Mercedes Mone. That's her new name. So we already know she's not going back to WWE. After the whole thing that happened last year, and I do stand by what I said. Although I do support Mercedes Mone and what she's doing in New Japan and what she's going to possibly doing in AEW. Probably soon. I still stand by what I said about her and Naomi last year. Look, I support breaking free from WWE. I support breaking free from these big corporations, these publicly traded companies. I wholeheartedly support that. I 100% support that. But what I don't support is breaking your contract right before a show where people paid money to see you. When you and your partner are in the main event, and you guys are saying because you don't like creative, you're saying, yeah, we're done. Also, fuck these titles. Now, I agree. Those titles were completely useless and worthless. I agree. But at the same time, you have a job to do. I don't know what it is with people this day and age where, look, man, I work a 9 to 5 just like everybody else. I see people all the time that they have no problem just coming in and just quitting. Like, no 2 weeks notice, no nothing. I don't understand it. I don't get it. But I still support the fact that Mercedes Mone decided, look, I'm going to go on my own. I'm going to bet on myself and see how big I can get. See how big I can make the women's division, make women's wrestling relevant again. So she shows up in New Japan just a couple weeks ago. Big splash. Even though, there were some botching in there, but we're not going to talk about that. Yeah, I already beat that dead horse. What I will say about this whole thing is that Sasha Banks yesterday decided to come out and say, I'm trying to put New Japan on the map and make it global. I know it's been around for so long and there's so much history here, but it's never been looked at the same since I stepped in the game. Well, first of all, Mercedes Mone, you're wrong. I lit a question y'all right here, right now. Is she a needle mover? Does she move the needle? I don't think so. Sasha Banks in New Japan, how many eyes is that going to get on New Japan? Now, Sasha Banks in AEW and going to New Japan. I mean, if Jon Moxley couldn't get more eyes in New Japan as the AEW World Champion, while also holding a title in New Japan, if Jon Moxley wasn't moving the needle in New Japan, what makes you think that Sasha Banks, who ended up being watered down at the end of her WWE career, rolls in after being absent a number of months? Yeah, new hair, new look, I guess. Somewhat of a new look. But to me, it seems like it's the same attitude, same character. And I'm not sitting here hating on it. I'm just saying, what are we expecting? What are we wanting out of Mercedes Mone? I want great matches and great storylines, but right off the bat, I'm not interested in this. And I'm damn sure ain't interested in her coming on here saying that, oh, I know New Japan's been around, but and there's so much history here, blah blah blah, whatever. But it's never been looked at since I stepped in. You just stepped in the game 2 weeks ago. What are you talking about? Are you saying New Japan has never been looked at like it's been looked at in the past 2 weeks? Fam, I don't know what you smoking. I don't know what you drinking. But maybe I could use some of that. Because New Japan is being looked at the same way it was looked at before you got in there. 2 weeks ago. Now, I'm not saying it can't be bigger once she actually has a match. But it's the same thing with Paige. Everybody's, Saraya, yes. Oh, Saraya's going to do this and Saraya's going to do that at AEW. Are we still talking about Saraya? Somebody please tell me, are we still talking about Saraya and AEW months later? Is she featured on AEW? Absolutely. But are we still talking about, is she still trending? One could say Britt Baker is still a bigger star in AEW than Saraya. But I ain't going to tell nobody else. Anyways, man, what do you guys think about this? Do you guys think that Mercedes Moné is still a needle mover in New Japan? Also, do you think she's going to show up in AEW soon? Let me know in the comments. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, all that good stuff. It's your boy, Corn. It's Half-Ass Pod, and I am OUT.